I'm gonna take a sip. Hey dreamers, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about 7 different small changes that you can implement in your life to lower your impact on the environment. We are going to start with the obvious one, the reusable water bottle. You have seen this everywhere. People are talking about it more and more to just stop using single-use water bottles. I feel like this is the simplest of all the little changes you can do to improve your environmental impact. This one is by Clean Canteen. They make their bottles responsibly. It's a really good brand. I suggest you go and see it. Everything I will present today will be linked in the description. Secondly, we have bamboo toothbrushes. This also is something that you've heard more and more about. It's really easy. It's the same exact thing as a regular toothbrush. The only thing is you can, once you're done with it, dispose of the handle in the compost. It's completely made out of bamboo, which doesn't absorb moisture, and it's really as simple as that. The other one is a bit out of some people's comfort zones, and I am aware of that. I personally did the change not a while back because a friend of mine asked if I could make those for her. They are reusable tissue paper. It is simply made out of old flannel sheets. I use a sheet that I bought at a thrift store for $3. It was very cheap, and the only thing I did was cut it in square and use my serger to make a little hem along the line. I would say though that if you don't have a serger like me, flannel is not a fabric that actually frays a lot, so you could probably just cut the squares and use it as is. Another simple one that I feel a lot of people are really implementing in their life is reusable grocery bags and produce bags. Either it be the one that you got free when you bought something at the shop, or maybe it's one that you bought at the grocery store, or maybe it's one that you purchased because it's beautiful. The other thing is produce bags. Those ones I feel are a little bit less known, but they're oh so simple. They look like this. They are usually mesh. They weigh almost nothing. They replace those little plastic bags that you put your fruits and veg in. The next one is reusable cotton pads. I have been using those since I moved out of my parents' house, and they are really nice. Firstly, they're super soft and they wash quite nice. I have to say sometimes the makeup can be a bit stubborn on the fabric, but I have worked out a way that works quite well to remove it. We're down to the last 2, which are not actually products that you can buy. One of my tips, if you want to be a little bit less wasteful but still not change your whole entire life, is to simply buy your products in glass jars. Firstly, it's better for your health because plastic is not really good for us, and once there is product in the plastic gets into the product. And glass is a material that is way easier to recycle, which means they do recycle it a lot more. And last but not least, I know this is not accessible for everybody, but for me it is, and I know for a lot of people it is, and they don't really take advantage of it. Take the public transport. If you have the opportunity to take any kind of transport that is not something that you use alone, do it. Whether that be taking the bus or the metro or the train, or maybe trying to carpool a little bit more, just so you don't make as big of an impact. So yeah, those were my tips, small changes that you can do to actually help the environment without doing a whole bunch of things and changing your whole life. I really feel like it's possible, and I really feel like you can do it too. So I hope you learned some things from this and that you might implement one or two or even maybe all of them in your life. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you next week.